Hello there, everyone. Zantok here with Select Star Gaming, and welcome to another episode here of 9 Hours, 9 Persons, 9 Doors. Continuing on from the stream archive footage that I played a while back, but let's go ahead and kick it off to Past Me, who's going to be continuing through the game. Take it away.
Huh?
He spun around. He saw someone running toward him from the other end of the hallway. There were 3 people coming toward Junpei and his companions.
June? And Santa. And Lotus, too.
They pulled up short in front of Junpei, breathing hard.
Whoa! What the hell is this?
What are you doing here?
What? But we didn't...
I don't know why they're surprised. They've already experienced this once. Before he could finish, Clifford spoke.
Hey guys, could you come take a look at this?
She was standing near the end of a small hallway that branched off to the right. The rest of them ran over to her, curious as to what she'd found.
Look on the wall here.
There was something on the wall at the end of the hallway.
A map of the ship's interior?
It says C deck. So it's the map for this floor then?
Door 7. And... Door 8. Yep, they both eventually end up at this hallway.
In fact,
Yeah, isn't that what I said? We aren't going to be split up permanently till we find door 9. We might get separated for a little while, but we'll see each other again. Otherwise, we won't be able to open door 9. And that's how the Nonary game works.
I see.
Junpei looked at the map of the ship's interior again.
Wait a sec. Hey, could this lead to...
As he looked more closely, his surprise and excitement gave way to weariness.
Oh.
You've got to be kidding me.
One by one, the others saw what he'd seen.
We may as well go. Yeah.
They moved this one for the door.
Oh, almost forgot. We should keep this.
He pulled the map of the ship's interior off the wall, put it in his pocket, and followed the others. The 6 of them stood in front of the door, arrayed in a semicircle. Santa stepped forward. He took hold of the door and spoke without looking back at the other 5.
Ready? I'm gonna open it.
Slowly, all 5 nodded their silent assent. With a deep breath, Santa threw open the door. They poured through the doorway and into the room. Even without looking around, each one of them knew where they were.
I knew it.
They were just where the map had said they would
We're
be.
back.
In the
In the
hospital.
hospital room.
Can I jump yet? No.
I see. I believe I understand what you're saying. The 6 of you split into 2 teams and went through doors 7 and 8. You solved the puzzles in the operating room and the laboratory, and then met one another in the hallway after opening your respective locked doors.
He looked like anyone might, after only just waking up, but it seemed that his brain was working as well as ever. He had managed to grasp, summarize, and understand each team's report.
At any rate, I feel a bit silly for my little show of altruism. I know I said I was sure you'd come back for me. I didn't think it would happen so soon, though.
Ace shook his head with a rueful smile.
Well, we saw each other again and we ain't dead, so I say that's good enough.
7 smiled.
Anyway, I say we get out of this creepy old place. We found the key we need.
The key?
Ain't that what I just said? I'm talking about the Jupiter key. We found it in the operating room. Right, Junpei?
Yeah.
Junpei nodded.
Oh, the solar system keys. Actually, we found one in the laboratory too. Here, the Earth key.
Blue sticking out a still warm key with an Earth symbol on it.
I might lose it. It's probably better if you hold on to it. That
Considering-
way it's my fault if it gets lost.
Considering you have no pockets, that's a good idea.
Yeah. On it.
And with that, she pressed it into Junpei's hand. It felt slightly less than
We
honored.
have 3 keys that we haven't used yet.
Yeah. The Jupiter key that we found in the operating room. The Saturn key card we found in the kitchen. And the Earth key Lotus just gave me.
Junpei tucked the new keys into his pocket. Jun spoke up.
The Jupiter key is supposed to be for the door at the end of that long, straight hallway, right?
Yeah. If the map's right, then it connects to the central staircase. Then, next to the stairs...
Wait!
They're the first ones anyone had heard out of Clover in quite some time, which is honestly complete nonsense, because I mean, she's been talking! Her face was just, they weren't going to be very happy words.
What about door 3?
Look, you saw the map, right? It's the same as 7 and 8. Just lead us back to the big hospital room. There's no point to seeing what's on the other side of that door.
There is a point. At least there is for me.
There were tears in her eyes, but she glared at Seven as hard as she could, just the same. She looked very much like a frightened puppy. There wasn't a man alive who could have resisted those eyes. Seven looked everywhere in the room, except at Clover, and muttered and coughed apologies under his breath.
Yeah, you're right, I'm sorry. Snake might be on the other side of door 3.
Clover nodded once. The next person to speak was Ace.
Very well. I'll be coming with you then. I've had a nice long rest. I think it's time I was up and about again.
Uh-huh.
So, Seven, you'll help me, won't you?
Huh? Me?
Junpei did the calculations quickly in his head. 4 plus 1 plus 7 equals 12, which goes down to 3. It looked like Seven was doing them too. At least he gave up.
Damn. Well, I guess that's how it's gotta be. So I'm going with you, huh?
Yes, you are.
Alright, let's get moving.
And so decided that Clover, Ace, and Seven would discover what lay beyond door 3.
Okay, we're heading out.
Be careful.
Whoa. Didn't think I'd be hearing that from you, Lotus.
Don't let it go to your head. I'd be in trouble if the 3 of you bought it. The rest of us can't open the 9 door.
Ah, the truth comes out.
Seven nodded, as if this answer made more sense, and put the lever on the red.
Okay, we're off.
The door opened, and Ace, Clover, and Seven jumped through it. 6, 7, 8. After exactly 9 seconds, the door closed noisily.
All right, we should get moving too.
Hey, finally. Alright, let's do another save. And let's jump forward in time a little bit. Although I do mean just a little bit. Ah, well.
One, two, three, four. All right, 7 pieces.
Don't piss off Lotus. Alright, so, on our first run... Oh, I can't look at the flow. On our first run, we went through door 6, which took us down that path down the middle. I'm assuming if we do door 6 again, we'll go down that path as well. We'll just see this, we'll get our knife ending again and die. So we want either door 1 or door 2 to see something new. God damn it, I want to see the flow chart. I hate that it won't let me see it. At Xantar, are you going to keep your webcam off there from... Oh, my bad. I forgot to turn that back on after I finished eating. Thank you for reminding me. There it is. Hi, I'm back. Cool. So, let's pick a new door. I don't know what path either of these are going to take me on. I'm assuming they're probably going to both take me to the flow chart on the left. I'm going to guess. I don't know. Let's find out. Let's just do door number 1. I don't know who I'm going to get on either door, but...
Choice is door 1.
Santa was unconvinced.
Hey, wait a minute there. You cheating?
Maybe...
Cheating? I'm asking if you changed your number after you heard what doors we wanted.
No, I didn't.
How could I
do
do that? I wrote it down on the paper earlier. Let me see that. Sure,
Fuck.
Here.
Junpei shrugged and handed it to him. Santa examined it furiously. This peered at it as well. As it did, Junpei quickly slipped the piece of paper he'd been hiding into his pocket. Although he'd never know it now, Santa had been justified in his suspicions. Junpei had switched papers. I was wondering about
3
that.
pieces of paper ready.
For doors 1, 2, and
And I put
6.
the one with door 6 on it into the pot.
He put a small mark on it so that he would know which one was his.
I just needed to make sure I drew last. After I saw everyone else's result, I just chose whatever door I wanted. If the number I'd already put in matched, then I didn't have to switch the paper out. Well, what does it say?
He felt the urge to smirk.
You got lucky.
Santa snorted and tossed the paper aside, frustrated.
Very well. We've decided who will go through door 1. It will be Clover, Junpei, and myself.
Hey, it's the first time I've gotten to do one with Ace. I think? No, that's right. We did Ace at this point last time as well. Okay. Junpei, the ultimate cheater. I mean... 1, 4, 5 is 10, which
Our
becomes
only
1.
problem is the 2 remaining teams.
June and I want door 6.
Yep, you do.
Lotus and I want door 2.
That's not good. We can't open either of those doors with only 2 people. Aw.
Fine. 7, we'll go through door 6.
3, 6, 7, and 8 becomes 24, becomes
thing.
6.
I didn't really want to go through door 2 anyway. Besides, if we've got a younger girl with us, it'll lower the average age.
What the fuck?
Right, Kyun?
Well, I
June was at a loss for words. Lotus was not.
Pig. You just wait and see.
Her eyes were the eyes of a woman prepared to kill. A shiver ran down Junpei's spine.
Calling me old. This is why men are such a pain in the ass.
I mean, you're not entirely wrong about that.
They're about as subtle as a brick.
Okay, but you can stop though.
And they're at it again.
Oh yeah, I like seeing the pig just float across. That was funny. Even if they separated at the staircase, Lotus was still muttering angrily to herself.
I'll see you later, June.
Jumpy.
Circumstances dictated that Junpei and June would have to part ways again, but this time it didn't sting quite so
Don't make
much.
that face. It'll be like what 7 said.
We aren't going to be split up permanently till we find door 9. We might get separated for a little while, but we'll see each other again.
Not if we get stabbed, we won't.
Otherwise, we won't be able to open door 9. And that's how the Nonary game works.
The fact that the way he says the sentence really fits into my theory that he was one of the 4 names written on the paper, because he says this like he knows for sure that, like, yep, I understand these rules. I was part of them. I made them. He says he has amnesia, but does he? Yes. I don't know. Okay, we're still in the middle, please. I want to see like which track we end up going down. Seven's words took a weight off Junpei's shoulders and felt much better.
It'll be fine. I'll see you soon.
All right. See you later.
Lingering uneasy remained, but they went their separate directions without much trouble. Junpei, Ace, and Clover headed toward A-Deck.
It was the door on the left, right?
That should be it, yes.
Then here we go.
It opened, and they walked through.
It's just as Santa and Lotus said.
At the end of the hallway sat a door with a large red 1 upon
A
it.
numbered door.
To the left of it, bolted to the wall, was the red.
There's the red. I'll go first.
Ace went first and waved his wrist over the scanner panel.
Now the 2 of you, if you would.
Junpei was next. Finally, listlessly, Clover lifted her arm. She leaned toward the scanner panel. The 3rd asterisk clicked to life, shining brightly. Ace took hold of the lever. They took a deep breath and turned to Junpei and Clover.
Are you ready? Shall I pull it?
Yeah, anytime.
Clover said nothing. She nodded, little more than a lethargic twitch of the head.
Very well then. Let's go. 3, 2, 1.
And it's open! Move it!
They stumbled into the room.
Where is it?
Frantically, Junpei scanned the room. His eyes stopped on the device that would determine whether they lived or died.
There it is! Over there!
Next to him, the door they'd come through was the dead. As one, they ran to it. They put their hands over it as they were fighting for it. Okay, so we are on the left path. Excellent. Good to know. I'm really curious what will cause the spark to split. Is it the first door? Or the first choice? Is that what will cause it? I don't know. We'll find out. Eventually.
It stopped.
Yes, it did.
Junpei could feel his heart pounding against the inside of his ribs. Ace and Clever were breathing hard and fast.
I don't believe I'll ever get used to that.
I'm not sure it's something I'd want to get used to.
It's fair.
We should finish this game before imminent death becomes a normal thing.
I agree.
Now then.
Junpei looked around again, this time more slowly.
There's another door. Let's try opening it.
He took hold of the knob and easily, gently, pulled it open.
So, this is the wheelhouse?
He closed the door again, and then turned to Ace and Clover. He fixed each in turn with a meaningful stare, then spoke.
Ace, you investigate the wheelhouse next door.
Very well.
Clover, you're in charge of this room. Say something.
Okay, I will.
All right then, let's get started.
The chart room! Alright. Let's do the shit. A light. It looks kind of like a wilted flower. That's part of the door we came... No, that's not the door we came through. Okay. Well, let me go back to that room first. This room? Fuck. Oh, it's gotta be this door. Okay, good. Wait, is it actually called a wheelhouse? Probably. Well, that's a chart room. If I go back to the other room... Yeah, wheelhouse. That's what it's called. Right there. Must be where the phrase, "not in my wheelhouse" comes from. Yeah. Makes sense. It's a wooden box. Maybe a case for letters? Hey, Clover, you ever write letters? Nothing. The left drawer. Let's have a look. Nothing. The right drawer. Let's have a look. Nothing. The middle drawer. A pocket watch that says 10:05 or maybe 10:04. One of the two. That's a pocket watch. She sure hasn't been saying much. It just keeps looking at the floor. She seems kind of sad. A voice he hadn't expected startled Junpei from his examination of the pocket watch.
Pocket watch. Might I take a look at it?
I do mind, sir. He spun around to find Ace standing in the doorway. Junpei shrugged and handed him the pocket
Hey,
watch.
man. What are you doing over in this room?
Oh, I just thought I'd come check up on the two of you. Is there a problem?
Yes. But I'm gonna say not a problem, but
Well,
'cause I don't want him
not
to
a
stab
problem,
me yet.
But
That's a lie. I wanted to get rid of Ace. I sent him to the wheelhouse at the beginning for a reason. I wanted to talk to Clover alone. There's something I want to ask her, and I don't want anyone to overhear us. I'm pretty sure Clover won't talk if there's anyone else around. I'm a little desperate to send him back, quick. He has to leave.
Ace opened his mouth, then took another look at Junpei and shut it again. A small smirk appeared on his face.
Oh, I see. Of course.
He looked Junpei over, then glanced at Clover.
I apologize for the intrusion.
Not like that.
Well, best of luck.
Ace gave Junpei a knowing pat on the shoulder and left. Junpei let out a sigh and brushed a few drops of sweat from his forehead. He turned and found himself looking straight into Clover's eyes. She had heard what Ace had said. She regarded Junpei with caution.
What was that about?
She was clearly suspicious, and with good reason.
Why are you looking at me like that?
Junpei's eyes widened, and he held up his hands in a gesture of innocence.
No, it's not like that.
What's it like then?
I just wanted to hear the rest of that story. I didn't get a chance to ask you about it until now.
What story?
About the experiment, remember? The one you started to tell me in the operating room? You said something about an experiment that happened here 9 years ago.
Clover bit her lip. She stared down at the floor for several long moments. When she spoke, it was barely audible.
I'm sorry, but I don't want to talk about that right now. I'm just not in the mood, okay? You understand, right?
I do.
I keep thinking about my brother. I can't stop. I mean, who would do something like that to my brother? I can't forgive them. I'm not gonna let them get away with it. They're gonna pay for it. I promise. So...
In another timeline, they'd pay for it. As for this timeline, who the fuck knows? But her shoulders were shaking, and drops of blood had sprung up on her lips where she was biting them. She wiped it off and looked up at Junpei, her eyes fierce and angry.
Junpei, who do you think did it?
Her voice is cold and scarcely above a whisper. Junpei gulped.
Well, if what Seven said was right, then there would have to be at least 2 of them. You need at least 3 people to open the numbered doors, and if you subtract Snake, that means there were at least 2 other people.
You're right. So, what does that mean?
Well, if we just look at the bracelet numbers, we should be able to figure it out. Who could have opened door 3 with Snake? Well, really, who and who, or who and who?
You mean it could have been 4 people?
Yeah, theoretically.
Well, technically it's possible.
I don't know. That doesn't seem very likely.
Why?
I'll tell you later. Why don't we just assume it was only 2 other people for now?
Okay, got it. Let's do that then.
Then who do you think it could be?
Well, we know who it was, but unfortunately, that answer won't work in this particular scenario because Ace had the 9 bracelet. His next bracelet was 2. Which 2 bracelet numbers added to 2 would give it the generator of 3? Fucking Christ. Oh, God. Okay. Santa in June? I think, wait, no, we're going into the 3 door, right? That's what it was? Yeah, so then no, not that. Santa in 7, though, actually. No, wait, no, wait. I'm trying to remember fucking numbers, man. Yeah, no, that wouldn't do it. So wait, no, it would be. No, yeah.
Would it be Santa and 7? The digital route for Snake, Santa, and 7 is 3. Wait, hold on. Are Santa and 7 the killers?
Not in this instance, but they are both sus in their own ways.
What's wrong?
Clover looked at Junpei, and he looked back at her. There was no point in hiding it.
Well, I thought about it, and...
He told her his conclusions.
That's what I thought.
She looked less than surprised than he'd expected.
Santa and 7. If it was 2 people, then that's the only combination that works.
Hey, wait a minute there. Don't you think it's a little too early to be jumping to conclusions? Well, all I said is that those two would have been able to open door 3 with your brother. There might be other possibilities.
Well, what other possibilities?
He didn't have an answer. He was ready to admit defeat when Clover
Are
spoke.
you saying you think that it was 3 or 4 people? I really don't think that's likely.
Why not?
Can I borrow your pen and paper?
Sure. Clover put her hand out expectantly.
Yeah, here.
Junpei pulled out his pen and pad of paper and handed it to her. She opened the notebook and wrote down several simple addition problems. Eventually she got 8, which provided a digital root of 3. 2 plus 1 plus 3 and 6 is 12. 4, 5, and 5, or 1, 4, and 5. 4, 7, 8. 5, 6, 8. 1, 3, 7, 8. 1, 2, 4, 6, 8. 1, 5, 6, 7. 3, 4, 5, 7.
What's this?
These are the combinations for 3 or 4 people. These 8 combinations are the only possible ones.
Oh, I see.
Junpei,
Yeah?
I can trust you, right?
Yeah.
Of course. Why would you need to ask that?
Really?
Yeah.
So then I should get rid of B, D, G, and H, right?
Of course. Just cross them out. And you should take off yours too. The ones with 4.
So, what does that leave?
A and E.
1, 3, 6. Or 1, 3, 7, 8.
Wait, it can't be A.
Why?
Because June's in that one. There's no way in hell she'd do something like that.
Are you sure?
I bet my life
No.
on it.
Okay then. I can cross off A too, right?
Yeah.
Well, what have we got left?
E.
1, 3, 7, and 8.
Do you know what this means?
Everyone besides me, you, and June would be working together.
Do you think that's likely?
Hmm.
If there were 4 people working together, they wouldn't be very cautious. I don't think they'd try that hard to hide what they were doing if they outnumbered us, right?
Well, you do have a point.
And besides, if Ace and Seven are working together, they could have easily gotten rid of me when I went to the shower room with them. But they didn't. They didn't even try anything. If they were killers, why wouldn't they?
Her voice was calm, but Junpei had only to look her in the eye to know it was a forced calm. There were tears forming at the corners of her eyes, and she was blinking furiously to keep them back. Perhaps by attempting an objective analysis of who might have killed her brother, she was able to distance herself from the harsh reality of his death. The more she struggled to act unconcerned, the more Junpei felt his heart tighten.
I see. Anyway, I understand now. It seems pretty unlikely that it was as many as 3 or 4 people.
Yeah,
Then that means there's a good chance it was Santa and Seven.
that's how it looks.
But why would they do it?
There was a moment of silence.
Their motive.
He laid his hand gently on her shoulder. He was close, so close to the answer. When Ace chose the worst possible moment to return, he raised a knowing eyebrow and then
Have
spoke.
I interrupted something?
Yes, you have.
What is it?
There was something I wanted to speak with you about, Junpei. Could you come with me for a moment?
Here comes the stabbing. He turned on his heel and walked back toward the wheelhouse.
Go ahead.
Okay.
Junpei looked over at Clover. He gave her a short nod, hoped that she would be willing to talk to him again later, and followed Ace.
What did you want to talk about?
So, I got a feeling that where this track is going to lead us is, since we don't have the information about fucking Ace taking the number 9 bracelet, I could see Clover trying to get revenge on either Santa or Seven and killing them. And then it turns out she killed an innocent, and then we just have like a whole different thing going on. I don't know. What are you guys saying here? Let's see here. Must be where the... Oh, wait, no. That's all new, old for this. 2 plus 2 is 4. Minus 1, that's 3. Quick maths. Yeah, okay. Listen. What do you want to talk about? Ace looked at Junpei and smiled. Perhaps more of a smirk than a
There
smile.
was something I wanted to check.
Yeah? What's that?
If you'll excuse me.
With no warning, Ace slipped his hand into the pocket of Junpei's
Hey,
vest.
what the hell are you doing?
I'm just checking.
No, stop!
He reached for Ace's arm, but it was already too late. In the older man's hand were the pieces of paper Junpei had balled up and hidden in his pocket.
Just as I thought. What exactly are these pieces of paper hiding in your pocket?
Listen, man, I did not consent to a groping. This is illegal. You gotta go die in a fire now.
You switched them, didn't you, when we voted? Well, I can't say that I care. I managed to get through the numbered door I wanted, despite your mischief.
Then, why did you...
Oh, simple curiosity. I hope you won't think ill of me for it.
Man, if I didn't already know about you being a son of a bitch, I wouldn't like you right now. Ace smiled, gave Junpei a friendly pat on the shoulder, and then turned on his heel and left. It was a small defeat, but it was a defeat. Junpei had lost the upper hand, and he knew it. He could feel his stomach begin to tense.
Damn.
Okay, can I go back to that room now? There is more in there. Curious. This map looks weird. What is it? It's a map of the world, but with the Atlantic Ocean in the middle. It probably looks weird because you're not used to seeing it that way. Anything else? No? Okay. Wait, what? There's something on it. Yeah, well, what? Let me... Don't just be like, there's something on the map. Yeah, well, tell me about it then. Fine, dick. The shelves are lined with books. Let's see what's in this blue one. Something written on it. Ship's log. Huh? Ship's log, huh? New material! A ship's log found in the chart room. The following is written on the last page. We'll leave soon for a new journey across the sea. After leaving port, we headed south and west. We turned southwest to steer around the continent, then proceeded northwest. We made port, then changed our heading to east for a time, and are now heading due north. Soon we will dock in the United Kingdom, the homeland of this vessel. Okay, so pretty sure I need to look at the map here and figure out the path. I need an adult that's not this adult. Yeah, fuck this guy. Alright, so working backwards here, we got the UK, south, and then west. Japan. Okay. I feel like that makes a lot of sense. I'm sure that I'll be somewhere later. Oh, good God. I just did this! No! Not that of the charts! There's a line on it here. I need to line on the... It's the route the ship is supposed to take. There are these dots all over the map. Probably ports, like for the boat to stop at. Looks like the lines connect the dots. The question is this going to be the same thing as what we already saw? I guess it's probably for reading maps or something. Yeah, they probably spread the map out here and then send the route. Okay, well, so just to make sure... Okay, all of them were that. Like, it didn't matter which drawer I clicked on. It's just going to be the top one. Let's go look at the map again, see if this will do anything now. Road about the Atlantic Ocean in the center. What do these red pins mean? Well, the nautical charts I picked up earlier have a map like this one. Maybe one of them maps up from pins or something. Let's see. So we've got some locations written by straight lines, and each one has a word next to it. It's probably the speed. So did I do that for nothing? Did I not have... God damn it. A nautical table found in the chart room. It shows directions of southwest, southwest, northwest, east, north, and straight. There's a word next to each point on the map. Full, half slow, full, half dead, stop. Okay. Oh, I actually wrote that wrong word there. So basically full speed, half speed, and a very slow speed. I'm not quite sure what dead means, though. Okay. Interesting. Sometimes you're ahead of 999, sometimes it's ahead of you. Yeah. 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 That's just how these. This was just what happens in these games, you know. This isn't good. So many drawers, but nothing inside of them. There's another room on the other side of the window. A compass. It appears to be broken, however. You see, the glass cover has been smashed to pieces. The helm. Well, steering wheel might be a more appropriate term. Go fuck yourself. A desk. Anything in the drawers? No. Okay. I don't have anything else, right? Yeah, just the pocket watch. Which obviously goes here. Why do my items keep disappearing? Ooh. Looks like this is some sort of lock. It's got a weird shaped indentation on it. Wonder what that could be. The shape. Maybe. Well, it does look like the pocket watch would fit here. Nothing. I imagine the pocket watch is intended to go in there. However, we need to do something with the watch first. Like the proper time. Also, why are you putting it like facing in? I would have thought to make it face out. A mechanical pocket watch with a spring. Doesn't appear to be working. The hands are stopped at 5 minutes, 39 seconds past 10 o'clock. Turn the knob, does nothing. Huh, it's probably broken. It looks as though you could move the hands, however. Only let me move the feckin' hands. I can only move the hands manually. The knob doesn't work. Oh, okay. Thought we were actually get to try it. What is this? Some kind of display? It's a vent. It looks like a little like an electronic scoreboard. It does no. It looks like a vent. I imagine it was added recently. Okay. I guess I gotta get this turned on to see what I need to make the time on the watch. Yeah, it's an hoverboard like in an airport. Okay. So I gotta power that on somehow. Okay, well, hang on. Before we do that, a human hammer. They're often used to subdue large men like 7. What? That was a joke, of course. Thank you, Captain Dickhead. Ace. You really kind of suck at making jokes. That was rather cruel. A compass. And what destiny does it point us to? I really hope you don't think that sounded cool. Wow. Yes, I suppose you could call it a helm. Steering wheel might be more accurate, however. Well, Pop steering wheel looks like it still moves. Well, can I fucking move it then? I assume I have to, like... Compass needle is pointing north. I assume like I had to, like, change the heading, and then also change the speed, or did I change the speed first? Oh. Compass behind the helm. Okay, well... Alright, let's just set this to full then. A head and a stern? Okay, well, let's go to full. Engine to order telegraph. They use this on old ships to adjust the speed of the ship. Like the gear shifts in a car. Well, it's a little different. This device doesn't connect directly to the engine. In short, it's a transmitter. The navigation officer uses it to set the speed of the ship and sends a signal to the engine. There's a handle on top of it, which can be moved back and forth to... Hold on. There's no handle. You're right. There isn't. It's as though it was deliberately removed. Well, fuck me. A replacement fucking handle? Jesus. Is there anything in here? Oh, nothing that looks like a goddamn handle. Hitting him right where it hurts. Yeah, Ace, you're not as funny as you think you are. This thing won't budge. I feel like there's something keeping it in place. What would be the point of moving it? The ship is stopped. What would be the use of steering it? Yeah, I know, but still. You don't know that we're stopped. We could be moving. I don't think I have any other... Yeah, just the watch still. Just like the one on the left. It's broken though. You can't use something that's broken. Let's see if it... Whoa! Looks like this steering wheel moves. So it would seem. I know something else as well. What's that? Well, when you move this wheel, the compass also moves. What do you mean? The ship. It's moving. Ha! Tricked you, didn't I? The wheel and the compass must be connected to one another somehow then. Do you think that's important? Well, let's try turning it again. Where do you want to go? Oh, I'd actually stop it. Okay. South! And now I can't move this thing, but I wanna. Ninja door tether on the handles taken off. We need to find a replacement handle so I can do the ship thing. Where the fuck is there a replacement handle? Looks like this is the only exit. Yeah. We know this has already been opened. A chair. Claire was the very top of it, but she looks kind of out of it. I should think about the snake. Where the fuck is there a handle? Can I take this handle? No? Okay, well, it was a fucking thought. I haven't seen anything else that looks like a handle. What the hell? Okay. None of those books are useful. There's not a handle on the goddamn map, is it? This isn't a fucking handle. Fucking... I don't know where the handle is. What the hell? Maybe fucking the steering wheel more since all you can do. Yeah. So I'm pretty sure that... I swear it's on some of the directions. I may find the directions in that order. Okay, maybe I'll do this order first and not do the speed thing. Maybe there's separate things. I thought I'd have to go like back and forth. Like go south full, west half, southwest slow. But maybe I just do all the directions first and then do the speeds after that or something. Alright, so there's south. There's west. Southwest. Northwest. east, north, and that's it. What the? The fucking handle came off. Stooping so low, are you, Zero? The handle came off the steering wheel. A handle. Okay. I thought I'd have to go back and forth between these two things, but whatever. So, I sure hope this handle fits. Aha! It does. Excellent. That should allow us to operate the engine order telegraph. Let's give it a shot then. Okay, so. Full. Half. Slow. Full. Half. Dead. Stop. Eh? That's weird. Thought I put in the right speed. Did I mess up? No, I don't think so. Look. Something's happened on the back wall of the wheelhouse. Oh, you're right. Let's check it out. Here we go. What? There's something on the wall that looks kind of like an arrival board. There are a whole bunch of words on the left side of the display. What the hell is this? They're names of ports across the world. I imagine it shows a ship's route. You know, just like the ones you might see at an airport. Departing XX, carrier XX, flight XX at XXOO. Like that. Oh, I get it. It does look like those are the names of all the ports along the ship's route. Looks like only one of them has the time on it, though. The time of the last line, huh? 10 seconds past 3 o'clock. Perhaps that's the arrival time. Well, let me move. Okay, maybe I gotta put it in the thing. I don't know if I'm supposed to put the pocket watch in this hole, but, well, then let me fucking change the time. Oh, perhaps. What's he doing? Excuse me, Junpei. Hey, he just took my pocket watch. I could have done that myself. What the hell are you doing? Just trust me. No. Should be fine now. Well, thanks for giving me the pocket watch back, but you don't need to look so smug about it. Let's see what he... Oh, he moved the hands. 10 seconds past 3 o'clock. So you changed it to match the final arrival time. And he started slowly. You know what to do next, right? Give it a shot. Yeah, I will. Got a weird shape and digit. Let's put the watch in. Seems you were successful. Yeah, I could have actually done it myself, game. Come on, you didn't need to make me re-examine the scoreboard so Ace could do it. Clover! Get in here. What? Look, we unlocked the door. Now we can get out of this room. What's wrong? Oh. Well, let's go then. Clover. Handle with care. Huzzah!
Oh, a hallway.
Yes, where did you think we would be, Junpei? Now then, just gonna check this real quick. Okay, we're still at this point. We haven't gotten down to here yet, but I do want to save.
It's far too narrow to be called one.
Then what the fuck would you call it? They found themselves in a small space outside of the wheelhouse. On their left, was a wooden door.
This seems to be the only route.
Yeah, let's go.
Junpei pushed it open and stepped into the room beyond.
Wow.
It was full of all manner of turn-of-the-century electronic equipment.
Well, these machines are weird. I've never seen any of them before. Wait, this one is...
One smaller machine had a metal bar that ended in a circular handle. Ace seemed to recognize it.
Ah, yes. A telegraph key. These were used to transmit Morse code a long time ago.
He turned and slowly took in the room.
This must be the communication office.
Across the room from the door they'd entered through was another door.
And that door?
A metal plaque was nailed to it. It read,
Captain's quarters.
"Mm-hmm."
That's what it says.
Then, do you think...
Ace swallowed. Junpei could feel his hands begin to sweat. Only Clover seemed unaffected.
Well, we won't know if we don't open it.
She walked up to the door and put her hand on the knob. I was expecting Ace to freak out there. It opened easily, and without so much as a pause, she walked in. Junpei and Ace followed. The first thing they saw was a man on the floor, covered in blood. Junpei felt his body seize up. His mouth went dry, and he felt very, very cold. The blood in his veins slowed to a crawl, and his heart tightened like a fist.
Not again.
This was the third time he'd seen the horror of death laid out before him. At least this time they aren't an exploded corpse. They haven't been turned to jelly. Ha! Still, he had begun to accept that whatever it was that he saw, whatever happened to him, was beyond his control, and whatever force controlled him was driven by a determination that he could not hope to match.
Damn.
A sense of helplessness, of desperation washed over him. It left behind a feeling of utter emptiness that wormed its way through his body, like acid.
No. Wait. We didn't check his pulse yet. Maybe he's still alive.
Hard doubt. Fueled by that spark of hope, Junpei ran into the man's body, and his heart fell. While he touched his hand to his neck,
No pulse.
but he does have a watch on him. His pupils had dilated, and he wasn't breathing.
He's dead. Damn. If only we knew how it happened.
Junpei lifted the man's already stiff body. There's a deep red wound on his chest.
These wounds. I wonder what killed him.
Junpei did not have to wonder long.
It must have been this.
Yeah. Yep, that would do it. For lying next to the corpse was an axe. The entire blade of it was drenched in bright red blood. From the shape of the man's wound, there could be no doubt that it had been made by the axe. Junpei looked at the body again. A lake of blood stretched out around it. It was wearing the clothes of a ship's captain, although they were stained with blood.
These clothes. A captain. Does that mean this guy was Zero?
On his left hand was a bracelet. The number on the bracelet was 0.
Bracelet 0.
It was only that Junpei noticed the stench of blood that filled the room. He couldn't help but laugh. There was nothing else for him to say. It was too simple, too obvious, too straightforward. If there hadn't been a dead man on the floor, Junpei might have thought it a joke.
Junpei.
It may be wise to find a way out of here first.
Yeah, you're right.
Alright, and I think that's going to be a good stopping point here for today's episode. According to these action facts, so I don't really know strictly what I just did, but I hope you enjoyed what we just saw, and tune in for the next episode of 9 Hours, 9 Persons, 9 Doors. See you all next time. Bye, everyone.